Hey, Chase, Coach here. Hope you're doing well. Hey, I wanted to send you a film reel just to do a bit of a deeper dive on your on ice performance. I've been meaning to do this for some time now, and coming out of the holiday break, hopefully, this is going to give you a little bit of additional focus for what's going to be really the busiest part of our season coming up in the next couple of months. So, I think it's also important for you to see some of the things that I see through film sessions so that you can lend some more attention to some of the critical details. So, I've put a list of clips together for you from your first several games, and I'm simply going to cover them in calendar order. Two big things going into this exercise I want you to focus on. Two real categories I use to evaluate everybody's game, which is looking at habits and looking at measurables. And we're going to kind of talk about both of those things as we go through these clips. So the first one here is going to be an offensive zone faceoff against Ann Arbor Skyline. You're obviously lined up here on the wing, and we're going to see how this progresses. This is going to turn into an offensive zone rush by Ann Arbor Skyline, and I want you to pay close attention to the back check as we're coming all the way back. You can see here they're going to successfully escape out of the zone. Now they've got guys rushing into the zone. Now I want you to pay attention because we have three guys, as we always instruct you guys, we have three guys coming back to pick up their three attackers coming through the zone, which is what we want. We need to make sure, though, that everybody is accounted for on the back end. And you can see between you and I believe Zach Allgaier, you're both rushing back, but it doesn't look as though from you being on the outside lane there, it doesn't look as though you necessarily have anybody accounted for. You're just kind of keeping up with the play. You may be doing a little bit of puck watching. And as we kind of progress into the zone entry, you can see what ends up happening. We have F1, who made the initial rush, accounted for here. We have F2 essentially covered by Zach and maybe you on the outside here. You may, again, this is where puck watching may come into play. And then you have F3, who's behind the play and essentially may be the most dangerous guy on the ice, because if this puck becomes loose, that can turn into a potential scoring opportunity with nobody covering that guy. So it's important for you to check over your shoulder. Just make sure you know where everybody is. Make sure you have everybody accounted for. Communicate with your linemen coming back so you know who's taking what guy, so that every attacker is accounted for heading towards the net. Very important detail to pay attention to. So next clip we're going to look at here is an offensive zone rush that's created by a rib play that Ethan Newberry is going to make. He's actually going to gain the red line here. He has you driving with him, and great opportunity here for us to get the puck deep, sustain some pressure, win possession of the puck back off a forecheck, and go to work deep in the offensive zone. But I want you to watch and see how this starts to develop. Okay, he's going to rim it around. You're going after the puck. At some point here, right near the circle, you're One more quick example here I wanted to show you from this particular shift is you're coming back as we're looking to break out. You're the board side winger here, but instead of presenting yourself as an option along the boards, you actually start to drift towards the middle. And what you'll see here is we don't have an option on the boards to move the puck to. So you find yourself out of position. You're not able to recover from that, so we end up going back, and we've got to try to re-break the puck out again. This is something that we really need to work on as a team, because we're getting beat up a little bit on the boards, on the half wall, trying to come out of our zone. So something, if you can be really mindful of this, And I know you've improved this somewhat in some following games, which we'll see clips on. But some adjustments that still need to be made here. We need to be able to get possession of the puck, make a quality play, and sustain possession of the puck coming out of the zone. Next clip we're going to look at, Chase, is actually a change on the fly here in the Ann Arbor offensive zone. And two things come to mind here in terms of habits when we're looking at this clip here. Number one, we always want to make sure we're using stops and starts when we're pursuing the puck. Okay, we don't want to overskate. We don't want to use any of those wide turns that are ultimately going to take you out of the play. And stick preparation. Stick preparation is a critical habit that guys need to have. We have a lot of guys on our team that like to bale the hay, so to speak. They kind of swing that stick around in the air like it's a flagpole, or like they're again like they're using a pitchfork or something. But you want to have stick preparation on the ice. Okay, you can see here you're coming in. As F2, you're going to be here to join into the battle here in just a moment, but I want you to just pay close attention to what you're doing, okay? You're going to kind of take a little wide turn route, which kind of takes you away from the puck, all right? And then again, you kind of got the stick up in the air, you get tangled up in your feet, all right? And the puck's going back the other way, and you're just kind of, you're kind of floating back into the play. So if we can sustain some pressure in their offensive zone, we have some offensive chances. Those little habits can make all the difference in the world. Real quick play here to show you, Chase, but again, just reiterating one of the previous messages. Defensive zone play here. We're trying to break the puck out, okay? You're coming up on the near half wall here. You're in a position where you'd be able to gain the puck off the half wall. Are we able to make a play off the half wall? Okay, and those are things that we look at as we review film. And as we kind of come through, we can see that Skyline comes out with the puck, and they have an offensive zone opportunity. So again, those are instances where, we have to focus on those measurables when we're making decisions about who to put on the ice. Can we make a play off those half boards? Can we break the puck out successfully? Or are we losing those battles on the boards? Okay, so when you're thinking about what those successes are and how you made an impact on the game, you have to look at those measurables. What impact did I have that put my team in a better chance or better position to win? Next clip here is a flash of the Chase Adams that we know and love. You're going to be in puck pursuit here. You're going to be grinding against the wall here, trying to win a battle. Again, this is a good example here of disrupting their offense, disrupting their entry, disrupting their breakout. These are the things that we love to see out of you. Now, just to critique this for just a moment, the one little detail I'm going to point out to you, and again, we reiterate this over and over again, stick on puck, body on body. With all this effort and all this strength and all this heart that you're putting into this play, at the end of the day, we want to see you come out with the puck. We want to see you win that battle. Okay, even though you're holding up this play and preventing them from breaking the puck out, which is great, if you don't come out with the puck or if we don't have possession, it's a lot of lost time and energy. So as you can see, as this plays out, they're going to have an opportunity to break the puck out, and they're still coming out of the zone. Now, great effort here on your part to be aggressive and to push that play. We just want you to come out with the puck. So always think stick on puck, body on body. Put your stick in a good position to win that battle. But great effort here on this play. Okay, Chase, so now we're going to jump ahead to the game against Canton. And, having reviewed all the film from the Ann Arbor Skyline game, I think I can safely say it was probably one of your less inspired performances. But as we take a look at this one, and I'm just going to let this play out, this game was a much more inspired effort on your part. Okay, and as you go in here, just even reviewing the play, you're motivated to get control of the puck. All right, you're motivated to win that race. Okay, your puck pursuit is excellent. You've got some net front presence here. All right, you're trying to create a little bit of traffic, which is great. You're tumbling around. Obviously, the intensity is there. Again, you don't even chase behind the net here. Really, just overall, a really good effort on your part here. One thing I'm just going to criticize as you're coming back here is this little moment right here, okay? One thing I don't want you to do, and if you can break this habit, you're going to be in better shape, is this tendency you have to turn your back on the puck. And again, we talked about these big wide turns that you make that kind of take you out of the play. That's the only thing that I'm really going to harp on you on about this shift. But overall, this was a much more inspired effort and much more of the Chase Adams that we like to see. So great job here. Here's another motivated shift for you here, Chase. A defensive zone face-off. You're here on the outside wing. You're going to come through and flood the ice this way, and you're going to help us go on an offensive rush here. So great job on your part to jump into the play. You're in pursuit of the puck here, which is great. Now, one thing I would tell you here, you make a quick delay turn here in the corner, which is great. I know it's hard to see from this vantage point, but you can see what you're going to do inevitably is you're going to throw the puck towards the middle of the ice. And that's really just kind of a chance play. I would challenge you here to, when you throw that delay turn in, if you have a couple of seconds to look up, get an idea of who's there. Can you send a puck low to high? Can you make an indirect pass low to high, if that's what it takes, all right, to try to relieve some of that pressure? Can somebody like Ken Fitzpatrick help you out on this end if you hang on to the puck a little bit and then potentially cycle the puck back? You may have an opportunity for an offensive zone play here. The play you make here is really just a kind of a play of chance. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out here. We are able to sustain some pressure, okay? But overall, this is a real motivated shift on your part, okay? Stay in your back check as you're coming all the way back. Okay, again, you've got another rush opportunity here. One thing I would tell you as you're coming through, remember what we talk about having that middle lane net drive. Okay, so you can see this is you right here. You've got 2 Canton players on top of you, leaving it impossible for you to potentially get any pass here from Fitzy or anybody else for that matter. So if you're able to split those D and try to come through that middle lane, you may have an opportunity, even if Fitzy throws a puck on net, you may have an opportunity to pick up a rebound, something of that sort, and create some offense for us. So little tidbits there to keep in mind to work on. But once again, overall, very motivated shift here. You keep your feet moving. All right, you're trying to stay in the play. Again, don't be so eager to hot potato the puck as you just did there. But overall, I mean, the effort was there. You're finishing a check there, which is great. And this is more of the Chase Adams that we really need to see on a day-to-day basis. Job well done here. Here's another offensive zone face-off here where you're going to be an integral part of that. Looks like you are trying to find your way around here to be the prospective shooter. Just off the point here, I think in Zach's case, he's still trying to learn his craft in terms of winning face-offs comfortably. Otherwise, usually I would tell you to position yourself with a right-handed shot, position yourself just behind his right shoulder, so that when he wins it back with a backhand, you can collect it quickly, try to walk it to the middle, or potentially just take a shot outright. Okay, so in any event, we'll let this play out, and we can kind of see what transpires. You can see he doesn't win it clean, but we do get the puck into the zone here. And once again, you're kind of in the thick of things here. You've got good energy. You pass behind the net, and now you're grinding and battling behind the net. Again, stick preparation's important here. You're flying the flag a little bit here and there, but you're able to get in battle and stay in battle here. You're holding the puck, giving us an opportunity to get possession. Okay, so this is a good, aggressive, gritty shift that you were on. And again, these are some of the good habits that we're looking for from you. Be willing to get dirty on the boards. Be willing to get into the muck of winning those battles on the boards. So another job well done here. You had real good energy here against Canton in this game. Okay, Chase, I'm going to jump ahead here to our Saturday matinee game against Grosse Pointe North, and I want to reiterate something I spoke about earlier in the film session was making sure we are strong on the half boards, particularly coming out of our zone and being able to execute an effective breakout. Okay, and so we're just going to kind of take a look at this breakout example here. As I slow the film down here, you can see the puck carrier essentially is coming around the net here, and you are going to be a wing target here coming off the boards. But I want you to kind of see how this play transpires. And unfortunately, you don't get a clear handle on it. Okay, you kind of whiffed on that play here, so now you're pursuing. Gets chipped back out. We're tangled up. We end up turning the puck over, and now we've got a shot going towards our net. Okay, so little opportunities like that are going to be critical moving forward. We have to be strong on the boards and be able to make strong plays off the half wall. So something to point out to you. Here's another quick breakout play against Grosse Pointe North. Similar type of situation. Luke Pilarski is actually here. He's going to reverse the puck to break it out to you on your side. Okay, you're going to get a piece of this. Okay, but you kind of slow it down enough where we can break it out, and this is okay. Sometimes you're going to have to get control of the puck, and you're going to have to be able to skate with it, and that's okay. The centerman might not be an option here, but here you are, you're taking off with the puck, okay? But then you bobble it just a little bit, okay? It's going to get held up. You're going to get control of the puck back, but understand, you want to have enough awareness to know that if you're going to dump this puck all the way down the ice, you've got to get over the red line first. Okay, we can't afford to take that icing and send it all the way back down to our end. So even if you have to chip it up hard off the glass or just something to get around this guy, or even pick your head up and consider some of the options that you may have here. Rather than what you did, you just kind of threw the puck away, went all the way down, and now we're in an icing situation. So little tidbits like that, we want to avoid those little changes in momentum if we can, if all possible. Okay, but finding opportunities to break the puck out off the half wall is critical, even if it means you're skating it on your own, even if it means you have to eat it along the boards. Okay, you have to weigh what your options are, and we want to try to maintain possession of the puck at all times whenever possible. Now here's another good offensive sequence that we can point to, Chase, where you really show your value deep in the offensive zone. You're going to see Zach rushing the puck in here. You're following in. You've got some net front presence here. Okay, you're kind of mucking it up here in front of the net, which is great. All right, you're going to come in and support the puck. You've got a little bit of puck possession behind the net. Okay, you're able to move it back to him. So we're sustaining a little bit of pressure here in the zone. This is a great thing. Okay, and so now you even draw a penalty, which is fantastic. So these are some of your strengths, and these are some of the things that you really do well as a grinding forward. And this may be your primary role within the program, is as a grinding forward who is pressuring the puck, trying to disrupt entries, trying to disrupt breakouts. Okay, because you do those things very, very well. And if we can sustain pressure in the zone based on that work you're doing and based on that intensity that you bring to your game, we're going to be a lot better off, and there's definitely going to be a role for you. Okay, Chase, so here's another defensive zone face-off that's going to lead to a breakout. Okay, once again, you're going to be our guy on the half wall. We're going to just take a look and see how we end up playing this puck here as it plays out. So as you can see here, you're going to move your way into the half-board position, being ready to break this puck out here. Now you're going to receive it, and you're going to kind of hot potato the puck, up ice, up the boards, out of our zone, but then inevitably it's going to go back to the Grosse Pointe North team. They're going to send it right back into our zone again. So, if it's a case of a rip play or there's 5 seconds left, we need to make absolutely sure that the puck gets out of our zone. So everybody has to come back out. That's certainly one thing, but we don't want to get in the habit of just chipping the puck out as it's being broken out to us along the half wall, because inevitably all we're doing is we're just setting up a regroup for the opposing team. Okay, so if we can get some possession there, if you can get a stick on it, once again, if you can skate the puck out or potentially move it to a centerman at some point, those are options that we want to consider rather than just kind of hot potatoing the puck out of the zone. Okay, Chase, on this defensive zone faceoff, I'm going to go ahead and just let this roll. You're obviously posted up right here, and I'm just going to kind of stop and start this as we go along because there's a lot of good things here to point out and a lot of good things you do well here to your credit. So I'm going to point them out as we go along. So first things first, they're going to drop the puck here, and you do a great job of coming right through the seam here and occupying this ice first and foremost, which is what we need to do. If that puck was won back here, you want to be able to take that lane away immediately. So that's a good effort on your part there. Obviously, you know your position. As you come across here, you do a great job of coming across the ice, flooding the ice. You're now an option. In fact, you're way ahead of where my arrow is pointing you here. You're already up in the play on this end here, and you're taking off with the puck down the outside. Okay. You even try to throw a puck to the net, which is fine. All right, we get a little traffic in front, potential opportunity there. So great job on your end to potentially generate some offense. Okay, now again, I'm going to back this up just a little bit because again, I want to reiterate the importance of being able to handle that puck along the boards here. All right, now you're stationed here for a potential regroup option. Okay, and we're still kind of fumbling the puck just a little bit. Okay, it kind of fumbles behind you. Now they get possession. You get caught in a scrum here, and you guys are twisted and turned on the ice together for a few seconds. As we pan over, you're still trying to get up. But in any event here, you're eventually going to recover. You're going to make yourself another breakout option here once again. But again, we kind of hot potato the puck and we allow it to be chipped out, and now it's another icing situation. So, some good things, but we still need to make sure we're working on that board presence. We want to make sure we're able to make good decisions and get good possession with the puck along the boards. It's just something that's going to take time and repetition, but those are things that are being taken into consideration when we put guys out there. How can who could we count on to make those board plays? But in terms of intensity and some of the plays you made here, you had a really good game against Grosse Pointe North. Quick offensive zone faceoff play here for you, and just a little tidbit that I wanted to reiterate. And we talked about this at practice today, and I just wanted to point this out to you. Your net front here, but as you can see, you've got sticks tangled up. You guys are both flying the flag. You've got them up in the air. And a little bit of advice for you as you'll probably find yourself in front of the net here on many occasions. When the puck is down below the goal line, you want to try to position yourself as best as you can somewhere here in the slot area, because if somebody gets a pass, somebody's able to send something towards the net front, you want to have enough time and space here where you're loose. You're not tied up with another man or with anybody else's stick. You want to have a stick free and ready to try to pop a quick shot on net. Okay, so that's very, very important. Now, when the puck comes around to the slot, Zach will have it here. He kind of comes around, and now he's going to have an opportunity. This is where you want to get right in the goaltender's face. You want to try to produce a screen, maybe produce a tip. You want to get some traffic in front there. And if they want to try to potentially tie you up and make it harder for you to move out of his way and get that screen out of there, then by all means do it. But get in the goaltender's face at this point, so when that shot does come, he doesn't see what's coming, and you never know. You may get a tip, rebound, a screen, screen goal, whatever it may be. So just little tidbits to keep in mind when you're kind of working in front of the net. Try to stay loose. Try to avoid getting tied up, and just know what your distance needs to be from the goalie, depending on where the puck is, whether it's below the goal line or otherwise. Okay, Chase, this is the last clip I'm going to show you from the Grosse Pointe North game. But again, just want to reiterate some of the important notes that we've had about breaking the puck out. We've had a couple of other opportunities here to break the puck out. You're going to see them try to break out on your side of the ice. So again, want to just show you and let you understand what we're seeing on the bench. Here's an attempt one. We kind of shovel it up the boards. Okay, it's going to head right back into our zone again. Okay, so the defense are going to try to take it out the other way. We end up turning the puck over. It's going to come back out on your side yet again. Okay, so as you set up, you're going to turn it your way. And again, we're trying to shovel the puck out. It doesn't even make it out over the blue line before it gets sent back into our zone again. Okay, so again, these are some of the areas where we really need to improve. And when we're playing a really aggressive team like a Brighton or a Howell, or coming up even a Livonia Stevenson or a Heartland, things of that sort, those little details and those little measurables when it comes to breaking the puck out along the half wall, being able to get a quality breakout out of our zone against some of those tougher opponents really has a lot of weight. And that really contributes to, who we're going to be able to get out on the ice, who we're going to be able to use during those games. Okay, so this is something you really want to focus on, give particular attention to, and continue to improve over the course of the season so that you can have some of those opportunities as well. As I said, overall, the Grosse Pointe North game was a good game for you. We're going to show you a few more clips here from some other games that we've played just to kind of reiterate some of the things we're talking about. Okay, Chase, so now we're transitioning over to the Brighton game. And this was really a war. I mean, I think we really pushed all of you guys to your limits in this game, and I think it's something that you guys should be proud of, the overall effort here. As we're going to see on this play, you're going to get an opportunity to rush the puck up the boards here. You're able to chip it past the D, which is great, and then you're going to, as you get behind him, you're going to try to chase this thing down. Not able to pin him against the boards. They're able to recover pretty quickly. But I love the effort there to try to chip and chase and, just get pucks behind the D and try to sustain some pressure. The physicality along the boards is a factor here. And when you have a big team like Brighton with good-sized players and a lot of strength and a lot of power on their team, being able to, sustain pressure on the boards and hold guys up and slow the game down is really critical. So the effort's definitely there. We just, you're still a smaller guy, and there are going to be some times where that's going to be a bit of a mismatch. So, but overall, good effort play there to start the game. Okay, Chase, here is a breakout play towards the end of the first period against Brighton. We're already down by 2 goals here. Now, I had you on the off wing on this particular shift. You're going to see Kyle Hagbloom is going to go back, and he's going to try to break the puck out on your side of the ice. Now, based on your route coming back, as you can see here, you're rushing up the ice. You don't make it back to the boards in time to be a viable target, even as he kind of rims the puck around the boards here, as you see. So luckily, we're able to kind of produce a scrum along the boards to at least stop the momentum. They don't have an opportunity to get a shot, and then we're able to get a 2-man rush behind their D and into the play here. Now, I want you to notice we've got 2 attackers going to the net here. Okay, we've got 3 Brighton defenders coming back to take care of all of these guys. Okay, you're trying to join the rush here is F3, but I really felt as though the speed of this rush was holding you back just a little bit. It might have been a stride or 2 fast for you. Okay, so I'm just kind of watching. You weren't really able to get involved in the play in any way or pose any kind of credible threat, and so that was something that I observed. We're in the midst of the game, and it's something that we have to kind of face here, especially again when we're trying to make decisions about who to put out there in a competitive situation. We have to take a look at those types of things. Okay, Chase, last clip for this particular reel that we're putting together for you. This is a defensive zone face-off against Brighton. You're going to be lined up right here for this particular face-off, and you're going to come straight through to take up this valuable space here, which is exactly what we ask you to do on these face-offs. So we're going to kind of build from there and talk through some of these details. Again, you occupy that space. You do a great job. The other thing you do that on this that's really strong is you take an inside-out approach with this point man. So he's going to get the puck, and he's not going to have a shooting lane because you've taken that away. So now he's got to send it up the boards here. All right, so that's a very effective play on your part. Okay, so now we're going to have to advance the puck out the other side. Okay, so you're in pursuit. You don't want to be passive coming through the zone here. In 5-on-5 play, all right, let's be aggressive going over those attackers. Now, admittedly, with the pace of the game here and the way that these guys are moving around, I think you were a little confused as to where you needed to be. I think as we stop here, once again, I'm going to reiterate and challenge you because you're going to need to know where your man is. Now, based on defensive zone coverage, okay, and the way we're set up here, this is your man. Okay, so you've got to do frequent shoulder checks to make sure you know where this guy is. Now, this is going to factor in here a little bit later on in the play. You're going to start to get sucked down low here. You're going to have an opportunity to get a hold of the puck, okay? But instead of making a strong play, what you're going to end up doing is you're actually going to just send a blind backhand pass up the wall to guess who? You're going to send it to your man, and he's going to have an opportunity to make a play with it. Okay, so you just send it up, kind of a haphazard dump, all right, and it just goes straight to him, and now it's clogged up here in our zone. Okay, now we need help trying to move the puck out. Okay, so now it's just high and hard off the glass, and we're trying to move it out. Okay, stay in pursuit when you're pursuing the puck carrier. All right, don't give him time and space to make a decision. Okay, very, very important here. Nick LeBeau's going to turn this around, get a shot. Unfortunately, he misses the net. But again, this was a really fast game. This was I think we really kind of pushed ourselves to our limits in this game, which is a good thing. This is how we develop. But overall, again, Chase, you're going to see that you're going to match up well in some games against our opponents, and then in other games, as a young sophomore who's still developing as a player, there are going to be some games where you may be in a bit of a mismatch situation, and depending on what the makeup of that particular team is, you may not necessarily be the best option. And that's not an insult. That's just maybe perhaps where you are in your development at that time. So we really need to focus on building on those strengths that we talked about, building on your intensity. You have the ability to be a grinding forward. You have the ability to be a strong forechecker. You really have to focus on those things. And then we need to make sure we're refining all of those habits, refining all of those measurables. One key goal I have for you is to really improve your output on the half wall, on the boards, to be a really effective breakout winger. And we continue to build on those things, and I think those, with that, the rewards of those shifts, those additional shifts towards the later parts of our games are naturally come. And some of those additional opportunities, whether it's on the penalty kill or what have you, those opportunities are going to come as well. So keep working, stay focused, stay hungry in practicing games, and please let me know if you have any questions about anything in this film reel. So we'll see you on the ice, Chase. Thank you.